The COP15 is short for the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention on Biological Diversity. The text of the Convention on Biological Diversity was adopted on the 22nd of May 1992 and opened for signature a few days later in June. It was implemented on the 29th of December 1993. So far, the convention has 196 parties. The convention is the first global agreement to cover all aspects of biological diversity. The Conference of the Parties is the governing body of the convention, and advances implementation of the convention through the decisions it takes at its periodic meetings. To date, the Conference of the Parties, or the COP, has held 14 ordinary meetings, and 1 extraordinary meeting. Some of the most important ones were the COP1, held in Nassau, Bahamas, in 1994, which established an overall framework for the implementation of the convention. The COP5, held in Nairobi, Kenya, in 2000, which adopted the Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety to the Convention on Biological Diversity. The protocol aims to ensure the safe handling, transport and use of living modified organisms resulting from modern biotechnology that may have adverse effects on biological diversity, taking also into account risks to human health. The COP10, held in Nagoya, Japan, in 2010, which adopted the Nagoya Protocol on access to genetic resources and the fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising from their utilization to the Convention on Biological Diversity. The Nagoya Protocol aims at sharing the benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources in a fair and equitable way. The adoption is a key step to fully realize the 3 objectives of the Convention on Biological Diversity, especially the third objective of fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources. The COP also adopted the Strategic Plan for Biodiversity 2011 to 2020, in which 5 strategic goals and 20 targets are referred to as the Aichi Biodiversity Targets. However, the 5th edition of the Global Biodiversity Outlook, released in September 2020, shows that at the global level, none of the 20 Aichi goals have been fully met. Therefore, it is necessary to set new biodiversity targets on a global scale. The upcoming COP15 to the Convention on Biological Diversity in Kunming will review and adopt the post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework, set the global biodiversity goals for 2021 to 2030, and chart the course for global biodiversity conservation in the next decade and beyond. The international community has high hopes for the convening of this conference, hoping that the new framework and goals will reverse the current trend of biodiversity loss. The COP15 is set to kick off in Kunming in 2 parts, in October this year and in the first half of 2022. The theme of COP15 is Ecological Civilization, building a shared future for all life on Earth, aiming to promote the construction of a global ecological civilization, emphasizing that man and nature belong to a community with a shared future. Let us look forward to the COP15 writing a new chapter for global biodiversity conservation and environmental governance.